Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first match with Ninjas and Faeries. We have a ninja, we have a fairy. Yeah, we'll keep this. There could be some clunkiness with this deck with, getting too many fairies in a hand, too many Great Furnace. So we're probably playing against Affinity. But yeah, playing dual tribal decks can be a recipe for disaster, but we'll play our island, we'll play Fairy Miscreant, and we will pass. So we're curving out nicely. We have Spell Stutter Sprite next turn. We have turn 3 Ninjutsu with Moonblade, Shinobi, Prismatic Lens, sure. Taps it, plays Frogmite, yep. Opponent passes, another Spell Stutter Sprite. So we'll go to combat, attack for 1. Opponent will go to 19, and we will be holding up mana for Spell Stutter Sprite. Yep, Ancient Den, another artifact land. Opponent goes to combat, attacks for 2. Brings us down to 18. Opponent passes. Well, I think we can just play Spell Stutter Sprite and then just bounce it right back. Opponent passes. Play a swamp. Go to combat. Swing for 2. No blockers, naturally. So we will Ninjutsu out the Moonblade Shinobi. Get our Spell Stutter Sprite back. So opponent's going to take 4 and we're going to get a token. We do run the risk of getting Galvanic Blasted here, I guess. Oh, is that what's going to happen? Oh, of course. Alright, well that's dead. Opponent's going to take 1, go to 18, and we will pass. So now they know we have Spell Stutter Sprite, and we didn't get much out of that. Opponent plays Perilous Research, draws 2, then sacrifices a permanent, sacrifices a land. Alright. Prophetic Prism, draws a card. Oh god, Gear Seeker Serpent. That's a problem. Opponent attacks for 2, we go to 16. It's not looking great. Thought the Horror is decent, but not useful here. We'll play that, gain a life, go to combat, attack for 1. We're just going to leave out mana for counter spells, and pass the turn. Well, we're taking 7 per turn, so that's not great. Thought cast, yep. Opponent attacks for 7, we're going to go to 10. It's not looking good. We're just not really doing much. And they put out too much power too quickly. We're going to play Spell Stutter Sprite just because we have 2 more counter spells in hand, so it should be fine. That's good. Another land. Alright. Let's play Dismal Backwater, gain a life. Go to combat. Attack for 2. I'm not a mathematician, but I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this race here. So it's not looking good. Play Dothy Horror. Pass the turn. We've got counter spells in hand, but we're losing on board, so it doesn't really matter. Opponent plays Perilous Research. Let's just counter it. It gets us power on the board, so whatever. Not enough power by any means, but whatever. We're matching the Gear Seeker Serpent in power, but we're behind on life, and they got 2 extra damage per turn, so opponent attacks for 7. I guess we block the 5, try to preserve some life. We take 2, go to 9. Oh, another one when we don't have mana up for counter spell. Yeah, that would have been a better thing to counter instead of the Perilous Research. A Tog, yep. And we draw Azra Smoke Shaper, but that doesn't help much. So we will attack with everything. We will Ninjutsu the Smoke Shaper into play. Pull back the Spell Stutter Sprite. I mean, the bouncing the Spell Stutter Sprite is pretty cool. We haven't really used it much in this game. The problem is they have so many high mana cost things that have reduced cost that Spell Stutter Sprite doesn't really work that well in this matchup. But opponent's going to take 6, go to 9. Unfortunately, we're kind of dead by a lot. Prophetic Prism, yeah. We'll wait until they attack just in case they hold the Atog back or something. Because we can flash the Spell Stutter Sprite in and block, but if they... Okay, yeah. Let's play it, block a Gear Seeker Serpent, and see if they start sacrificing. I mean, they should. They have nothing to lose. But maybe they'll be timid and be afraid of a black removal spell and they won't overcommit or something. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here, man. Block a Gear Seeker Serpent. We're taking 8. They only have to sacrifice 1 artifact, actually, so it's no problem. Alright, yep, that's good. Good job, Affinity. I've never actually played with Affinity and Pauper, but it does stuff. So we want Soul Reap, for sure. Chainer's Edict would be nice. Annul works really good here, so we'll bring both of those in. We'll trim the counter spells for our Annul, so we basically just get a faster, cheaper counter spell. I guess we can take out the Smoke Shapers. They are kind of clunky. And we'll try that. Alright, we will play first. 1 land, but we can't draw a card off the Miscreants. So I think it's keepable. It's a little bit sketchy. We also have Tribal Fairies this game. 2 Miscreants, 2 Spell Stutter Sprites. Let's just hope we can draw a card with the Miscreant. That would be nice. But turn 1, we will play 1, and we will pass. Opponent plays Seat and Terrarion, and passes. There we go, fantastic, there's our land. So let's play Fairy Miscreant, draw a card. Tap land is exactly what I wanted, fantastic, so we'll play that. Go to combat, attack for 1. Opponent will go to 19. And pass. Opponent plays Prophetic Prism, draws a card, so we don't have to worry about removal spells. So Shinobi should hit this turn. Oh, another Miscreant, wow. So let's go to combat. This is looking a lot better this game. Attack for 2, Ninjutsu out the Shinobi. Bounce a Miscreant, deal 4, get a token. And now we have 2 Miscreants in play to draw 2 cards, and we have 2 counter spells with Spell Stutter Sprite, which aren't as effective in this game. There's a Frogmite. There's a Thought Cast, but yeah, this is looking much better than last game, that's for sure. Opponent plays Chromatic Star, sure. Draw an island, play that. I think we play Miscreant, let's just draw a card. Get a Ninja of the New Moon, that could be a game finisher. I think we play, let's just play another one. Draw another card. Another Dothy Horror. Okay, go to combat. Do we attack with the Shinobi? I think we just can. At this point, I think I'm far enough ahead on board, and with the Ninja of the New Moon in play, that's fine. I'm willing to trade. I normally wouldn't, but in this case, I've got so much power. I feel like I can kind of brute force this game. I don't think we have to worry about board sweepers. Mirror Enforcer, we can race that. We have 4 power in the air already, and we've got plenty of evasion in hand. Opponent passes, so at the end of turn, I'm just going to get Spell Stutter Sprite in play. We can always bounce it with Ninja of the New Moon. Draw another land, alright. So do we do Ninja this turn, or do we not? Well, we're going to go to combat and attack with everything anyways. That's 5 in the air. So if we do it, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it better just to hold counterspell? I don't think so. Let's just go smashing. Bounce the Spell Stutter Sprite. Ninja of the New Moon in play. Opponent goes to 3, and we will pass. So they need to wipe our board, or we just, we won with flying creatures. Either way. Cracks Chromatic Star for a red mana. Alright. Might have Galvanic Blast. Oh, they do? Okay. But we still have enough flying damage to just win. So we should be fine. Unless they have Shrivel in the sideboard. Does Affinity usually play Shrivel? Another red mana. Plays Galvanic Blast on a Fairy Miscreant. But we still have 3. Oh, another Galvanic Blast. Well, this is going to go an extra turn here now. Opponent will go to 1 next turn. Unless we draw another, a Ninja. Opponent attacks for 4, we go to 17. Draw a Fairy Seer. Let's just play that and scry, see what's going on. Land I don't want, Chainer's Edict is fine. And we can play 1 Dothy Horror. We'll leave 2 mana for Spell Stutter Sprite, but we can get 1 in play. And we can just go to combat and attack for 2, that's fine. Opponent goes to 1, and this should be pretty locked up. Even if they have a board sweeper now, even if they do have Shrivel, we can play Spell Stutter Sprite. So I'm pretty sure we're fine here. Opponent concedes, okay. And let's just submit, I think we're fine. Alright, game 3 against Affinity. We're on, oh, well, that's not gonna work, is it? We're gonna have to mulligan that. And this is fine-ish. Land on top. Do I need another swamp? Nah, we can bottom that. Turn 1 Terrarion, okay. They pass, we draw Dismal Backwater. Should we? I'm just gonna play that. I mean, there's no dangerous artifacts that we're gonna counter. We can just go ahead and play that. I don't think keeping up a null is necessary on turn 2. I'm more concerned about Mirror Enforcers and whatnot. Prophetic Prisms, yeah, that's not a concern really. Opponent passes. We draw another Dismal Backwater, okay. Play an island, and we're just gonna pass. We will hold up Spell Stutter Sprite and annul. This hand does not have a lot of action, not a lot going for it, but we do have a lot of ways to control the board and stall out for a bit. I just don't know if that's a good strategy against Affinity when they have such good top-end stuff. Yeah, Thoughtcast. Prismatic Lens is fine. Terrarion is fine. Opponent passes. Do we play? I'm just going to keep it. We're going to keep counter spells in our hand. Gain a life from Dismal Backwater. We have so many counter spells. We have so many counter spells. We can definitely stall out for a long time, but we just don't have much going on. Actually, now that I think about it, oh, Mirror Enforcer is something that we definitely want to counter, so we will annul that. Actually, I should have counterspelled that. Shouldn't I have? No, counterspell's good for Gearseeker Serpent, so no, that's definitely the better choice. A Tog, sure. That's kind of a problem. We do have Soul Reap in hand though. Opponent passes, Dothy Horror. So now we can play Dothy Horror and then play Soul Reap, destroy the Atog, and they'll lose 3. Or we can let them attack and then we can surprise block, and maybe they'll sacrifice everything. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just pass. If we're lucky, they will sacrifice all kinds of stuff. Then we'll flash in Spell Stutter Sprite. Let's see, do they sacrifice here? They pass the blockers. Okay, well let's just play this. I guess we can't, it's not gonna work now, but we can still play it. We'll just go ahead and block it so they can't kill us. That would be good. Oh wait. Oh, I did that. Oh wait. Ugh, God. Okay, magic is hard. I played that too late and then they didn't sacrifice when they could have. That's embarrassing. Okay, we're just both bad, but fine. Gear Seeker Serpent. Okay, we're gonna counter that. Yeah. I should have played Spell Stutter Sprite a phase earlier, and then after I played that wrong, they still could have killed us, and they didn't. They could have sacrificed stuff, but they passed. I don't know. Okay, Fairy Seer. Look, don't judge me. Magic is hard. I don't need your judgment. We're gonna play Dothy Horror. We're just gonna do this the easy way and not be dumb. Destroy a Tog. Opponent will lose 3. They probably feel bad now, because they probably... Could they... 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh no, they couldn't have killed us actually by sacrificing everything, but they're gonna sacrifice the Terrarions to draw a couple cards. So Tog is dead. Oh, opponent flings it. Okay, that makes sense why they were sacrificing so much. So we go to 14, and they won't lose 3 now because it's not there for my spell to resolve, but that's fine. We'll go to combat. Attack for 1. Opponent goes to 19. They are back to 3 cards in hand, 4 cards in hand, but one of them was a land, so that's good. Are they just going to pass? Fantastic. Draw a swamp. We've drawn a lot of lands this game, but that's fine. We'll play Fairy Seer, Scry 2. Dismal Backwater on bottom. Dothy Horror is fine on top. We will go to combat, attack for 3. So at this point, unless they have a Gear Seeker Serpent, which they probably would have played, but aside from that, we can race them no matter what. We're going to have 5 damage on the field if we play the Spell Stutter Sprite. Should we though? Maybe not. Dothy Horror though, which we put on top. So that gives us 6 power on the battlefield. And unless they have Shrivels in the sideboard, we should be... I'm feeling like we should be pretty good here. I mean, they could have a couple Galvanic Blasts, but we should be fine. Opponent goes to 12. At this point, they're dead in 2 turns. Opponent passes. We draw an island. Go to combat, attack for 6. Opponent goes to 6, and they're dead next turn unless they have Galvanic Blast or something to stave off some of this damage. And we do have Spell Stutter Sprite, so we can counter. A Tog, yeah, we should counter that too, just in case they have Fling. Because they have what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, they had lethal with Fling. We could have let that resolve and then counter the Fling if they had it, but whatever, that's fine. So there we go. There we go. Ninjas and Fairies. And that seemed pretty decent. I mean, Affinity isn't quite tier 1 anymore. I think it's kind of fallen out. But it's a pretty good deck, and we did pretty well against it. With the exception of that first game where we got hammered by Gear Seeker Serpents. But yeah, there we go. 1-0. Yeah, we have 4 more matches with this thing. 4 more matches, and if you want to see those, as always, check the description. There should be a playlist, and I will see you in the second match.